Well, thank you, Greg Burgess, for meeting with us. It's wonderful to meet you, and not only because you're so highly awarded internationally, but also because you have such great philosophies around architecture. Something that I'd like to know from you is, what do you mean when you say that architecture can be a social and environmental art?
Architecture, at its best, can be therapeutic, can be a healing art, both in a social sense and a personal sense, psychological sense and a spiritual sense, and an environmental sense for that matter.
And so do you mean for yourself as an architect producing the architecture as well as for the people experiencing it?
Yeah, both, I think. It's sort of a shared journey. I think it comes out of our, for all of us, our two most primal and first spatial experiences are oneness in the womb and separation when we're born. And I think out of those two primal experiences, architecture comes. So really I understand architecture through those two aspects. And I suppose the oneness being split from the oneness into separateness is painful. There's a suffering involved there, and the longing to be again at one, something we carry for our whole lives. And so part of the healing aspect, I think, is to do with how can architecture help people connect with each other, with themselves, with the environment, with the architecture for that matter. So there's something there in the architecture which is about responsiveness, about human responsiveness, about understanding the nature of the body, the psyche, the soul, and nature. So with those three aspects, again, they're very much the roots of architecture. So bringing that together has been important for me in terms of my approach to architecture and its potential for being a connector, a mediator, and that means, I think, healing.